This for 5 minutes while I mix the paint up and the paint in the gun. Primer's nice and dry. I'm using a bit of wet and dry paper, 800. Give that a little flat just to get it, like I said, because I've done the prep, because I sand it down very well, it doesn't need an awful lot. Done most of the work at the beginning. Like most jobs, you get the first bits right, the rest follow. Nice little flat. Just blends it all in with the plastic and the paint and the primers, all one level. There we go. Make sure you get in those corners. A little wipe off.
So why is it that sometimes when you paint a car and the paint goes on, why does it bubble up?
Bubble up?
You know, it bubbles up.
No.
When it reacts.
Oh, it could be, there's many things. It could be the paint that's previously on there might not be any good. Something in the atmosphere. With paintwork, there's loads that can go wrong. All this part is the easy bit. Preparation, repairing, yeah. But it's all, when you put the paint on, that's when it gets a bit scary. That's when all sorts can go wrong. Which is why, if you're in a workshop, if you've got a problem, you get the same problems here as you would do in a workshop. The only difference is in the workshop, you can make a phone call and say, you're not getting your car back today. If I'm out here, he's going to come out of work soon and he wants to go home or pick his kids up. So I've got to do what I've got to do, you know.
Because I've seen some cars that have like bubbles in the paintwork.
Yeah, it's normally a reaction with somebody else would have done work to it. Because factory, when it comes out to factory now, they're pretty much all uniform and they're pretty much good. But it's when someone's worked on it and then they might not have hardened it properly, or different primers, or who knows what's been repaired. And I don't criticise or judge anybody because you don't know what people have, been paid for to get.
And what causes the streaks?
Sorry?
What causes the paint streaks? So like there's like a build up of paint that comes runs down the car.
Well, that's a run. That's just where normally when your gun's playing up and you haven't sprayed it properly or not enough air pressure and you're working it harder to put the paint on.
So how important is it to keep your guns clean?
The outside of my gun is dirty, but the inside of my gun is always clean. Because I haven't got time to mess about. So just here, there's a little bit just here I can feel. I can just see it, so I'm getting a bit more rub down. Like I said, that's what it needs. If you get every step right, it doesn't take hours. It's just getting. This can all be done by hand. If you get every step right as you can, it makes the next step easier. But so when it comes to spraying, that's when things get a bit trickier. So I've scotched right up to here. I've machine polished. I'm going to do a base, lacquer, and just fade out round about here and polish up. I'm outside, so I've got to think and work differently to how you would do if you was in a workshop. So I've worked in a workshop for many years, but I've been doing this for just as long. So I've learned by many mistakes what to do and what not to do.
How many years have you done this for?
This mobile stuff, I've done it for 25 years. Still learning.
Oh, you're old.
I know, and the workshop was about 20 years as well, actually. So I was actually a paint sprayer in big body shops, back in the old days when we did body shells and resprays and things I don't bother doing now. So